Today, we have Waves of Gray, wavesofgray.com. Check them out. On my right is Jamie Eben, and Jamie is a liberal Christian. AC is a Christian conservative. Oh, by the way, both of these guys are nice guys. You guys are still nice guys, right?
Absolutely.
You're a nice guy.
I am a nice guy.
And you're a nice guy.
I take care of business. I do what I need to do.
Oh, you're a nice guy.
I take care of business, Jesse.
No. Before you said you were a nice guy. You're still, I haven't seen you in a while. Are you a nice guy?
Have to find out what your definition of nice is.
You already know my definition of nice.
I'm not actually.
But just tell me in your own...
Are we going by my definition or your definition?
No. Are you a nice guy? It's a question.
My definition or your definition? There's two definitions. We have to define
Isn't that a shame?
Well, the fact is that there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy.
I mean, he make it seem as though it is, right?
No. My definition,
You make it seem that there's something wrong with being a man and being nice.
Well, we know what you think of nice guys. I think that's the issue there.
What do I think of nice guys?
You think they finish last.
They do.
But they don't.
Are you supporting Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
I'm supporting Hillary Clinton.
You're supporting Hillary Clinton, and why?
Well, first of all, I'm going to concede that she's not the perfect candidate. In fact, I didn't vote for her in the primary. I was going for Bernie. However, she's the only logical, rational choice. When you look at the Republican Party, I can only imagine how bad that's going to turn out if Donald Trump was to be elected.
So you imagine that. You don't know for sure.
Well, I say it with a pretty good degree of confidence based on what we've heard and seen so far.
Hillary been in politics for a long time. This is new for Donald Trump. What has Hillary done to make you think that the country would be better off with her?
Well, she stands with the average American, I believe, in making sure that we have affordable health care, which will be continued after Barack Obama got the Affordable Care Act passed. She wants people to be able to afford to go to school. Really a lot of issues that have been come in the last 8 years under President Obama. I think she does want to continue those.
How is that better for the country for Hillary to give you more free stuff?
I don't think she wants to give us free stuff.
You just named all free stuff. Free health care, free education. You only named free things, free stuff.
I thought I said the word affordable.
Which means free.
Is that what that means?
Is it really affordable?
Well, when you think of how many millions of people now have health insurance
is
that
it affordable?
could not
not talking about how many million
before.
people have it. Is it really truly affordable?
I suppose it depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you, is it affordable?
There are people.
Is it affordable?
Knowing everything about it, maybe you don't know enough information
about it. My rates have not gone up too much since then.
Do you know it's pretty
not
much
too bad for me.
Do you know it's pretty much crashing under its own weight?
Well, that's what people would have us believe.
You're supporting Donald Trump or Hillary?
Or positively Donald Trump.
And why?
You look at the policies, and now more than ever, the stance that the Democrats had is almost the opposite of what the Republicans have. And also, for Hillary, I think Benghazi, when you look at Benghazi, you'll see exactly how they operate.
Yeah.
That's all the Democrats, Obama and Hillary together. And what they do is they try to force in policies that don't work, and then everything collapses. You have people who died for the country, and then they turn around and they tell lies about it. Is that the type of person that we want to be a president of the United States?
Do you trust Hillary?
I'm concerned with some of the issues that have been plaguing her throughout the election,
Do you
like
trust
the
Hillary?
emails. But yes, at the end of the day, I think she's a good person, and
Do you
she
trust Hillary?
means well. I do not say that about Donald Trump.
Do you trust Hillary Clinton?
Yes, I do.
And what's good about her?
Well, I think at her heart, she's a good person, and she wants the people, Americans, to have a better life.
Is she a liar?
I can't say that one way or another.
You can. If you really listen to what she said in the past, and even under oath, and then find out the absolute truth that came out, She said all the emails were given, and then we find out there's more. She lied. Can we at least agree to that? She lied about that.
I will agree that it doesn't look good for her.
No, but can we agree? Can we agree that she lied on those things at least, right?
Are you being honest in that you trust her, or are you lying?
No, I'm being honest.
Then why did you go for Bernie Sanders over Hillary?
I liked his campaign, and he didn't have some of the issues like what we're talking about here that that he was having to deal with. So
Hillary Clinton, along with the head of the Democratic National Party, in essence, stole the election from Bernie Sanders, and you still trust Hillary?
I don't know that Hillary Clinton was involved in what was going on behind the scenes like that.
Well, Hillary Clinton hired this woman. They fired her, and then Hillary said, "Oh, you can come and help run my campaign, no problem."
Well, she does not have a prominent position within the campaign. She might be assisting with it. Debbie Schultz.
Right. She doesn't have a prominent position.
She was head of the
She was the head of the Democratic National.
She was, but I don't know that she's a high-ranking person on on Hillary's campaign.
What is it that you don't like about Donald Trump?
Well, just about every time he opens his mouth, something comes out that I don't like.
Like what, for example?
Well, when we can go down the list, when he's calling the Mexican people rapists and criminals, when he's attacking a judge.
Did he call the Mexican people that?
American.
Stay with me with that one first, hold on. Did he call the Mexican people that?
He called the people that were coming across the border.
The illegal aliens?
The undocumented.
Did he call all the illegal aliens that, or did he say this is what's coming across the border?
Yeah,
these types of people,
a pretty
rapists,
generalized
drug lords,
statement.
and all kinds of stuff. He didn't say all of them, right?
He implied most of them.
No, he didn't imply. Your mind implied.
That's what you wanted.
What do you
to
say to that?
You know, they could be caught red-handed, and they'll make some kind of excuse that the sky's not blue.
What about the Mexican, the American judge? I'm sorry, who was attacked because he's of Mexican ancestry? How about the Gold Star family?
He wasn't attacked because of Mexican ancestry. You're making up stuff. You sound
Donald
like
Trump
Hillary.
said because
you sound like Hillary.
Donald Trump, did he not say that he didn't think the judge would be fair because his family originally came from Mexico? But he did not.
No, he said the guy can't be fair because he is a Mexican who is a part of a La Raza organization, and La Raza hate Trump.
Well, that's not all he said.
Yeah, that's all he said.
Basically, that's what it is. But I think people really need to look at the difference between Hillary and Trump. People are mad at Trump because he took advantage of the laws that we had, and he maybe have paid people that he pays a lot of money to get him around the laws in order to get the most out of his company and the profit, and he makes a lot of money. So he takes advantage of the situation. Hillary breaks the law and takes advantage of the law and only follows the laws that she wants to follow, and all the other laws don't apply to her. She actually is a criminal.
Let me ask you about the NFL player Colin Kaepernick, who refused to stand for the national anthem at a game. What do you think about that?
I think he is misled. If I was to sit down and talk to him, I'll let him know. Listen and read what the words of the national anthem says. It's talking about the people who fought for the country in order to become independent and to become America. It's not talking about Donald Trump, which he said that's the reason why he wasn't standing up, and Hillary Clinton. It doesn't matter.
No, he mentioned that Hillary Clinton has broken the law.
Yes.
And yet she's able to get away with it.
Right.
Why should other people who are not rich and famous or whatever, why is it that they, can't get away with the same thing?
Right, but
the
national anthem is not about them.
Yeah.
It's about the soldiers who fought and held the line for us and won the war for us so that we can be independent. Now, if everyone took that and they messed it up in the way we run the country. That's something separate from what the national anthem's about.
What do you think about the black man Colin refusing to stand?
I mean, we do know that Francis Scott Key was a racist. He wrote the poem that became the Star-Spangled Banner. He thought blacks were inferior, and that's been, you know, substantiated throughout history. However, you know, the part that we use for the national anthem, which is only the first stanza of I think 4 of them, I think that does speak to what AC was speaking of, about rallying around our country and being patriotic and honoring our country and our independence.
So what is it that you understand about his stance? What is it that you
Well,
understand
we do
about
know that racism still exists.
Where's the proof of it?
Well, we see proof of it every day.
Where?
We've seen police investigations into police departments like Ferguson and other departments where they said that the police were racists. Well, I saw what was reported from the investigation.
And what was that? What was there that proved to you that racism exists?
Well, first of all, police were disproportionately singling out black Americans and Hispanic Americans for stop and frisk.
No, they weren't. They weren't singling them out.
They were profiling them.
Do you know that? What do you say about that?
What, about the profiling or stop
About
and
the
frisk?
racism. Do you see racism in the Ferguson situation?
No, not really. There's a lot of things we're talking about. Black Lives Matter. I would support them 100%, even if they just supported the blacks that are killed by white cops. If that's all they're doing and concentrating on the truth, I'll say more power to you. But what they're doing is supporting things that are not true. So if you're supporting a lot of things that aren't true, then people shouldn't get behind something like that.
Was it true that race had or racism had anything to do with the Ferguson situation?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. And you can't give me any proof, right?
Well, I do not have my vast collection of notes handy right now to draw from, but that was my understanding.
Where are your notes?
Well,
just for your information, there was no proof of so-called racism at all, and that the officer was found not guilty, innocent. The Department of Justice did an investigation of the police department. They found no proof or anything to indicate racism at all. So I don't know how you're coming up with something that they didn't find.
Yeah.
And this is headed up by one of the worst, or 2 of the worst people on this side of heaven, Barack and Loretta Lynch.
There are instances where the police officers were wrong.
Where's that?
I'm just saying I can't, but I'm sure out of the hundreds, there might be a couple that are wrong.
Like where?
I say Black Lives Matter. Where they there's, I guess they showed one time where the guy was the girl was taping. And I don't know, the guy was reaching for a gun, or thought he was reaching for a gun, I don't know. But there's some instances, I can't name them right now, but there are sometimes, there are sometimes, rare times, where the police officer is wrong.
Would you support the KKK if they focus on small things as well?
No, get it right. If they're concentrating on the truth,
who?
Black Lives Matter or any other group, if they're concentrating on the truth and trying to make things better, then that's one thing, but they're not.
If they were concentrating on the truth?
If they're concentrating on the truth, yes, and trying to make things better,
and do you
yes,
think Black Lives Matter is concentrating on truth at all?
Majority of it is not.
None of it
90%.
No, 100%.
There are some
Black
instances.
Lives Matter is made up of a bunch of lesbians and homosexuals and socialist liberals who only want to destroy police officers, white police officers, because they have an agenda. There's nothing good about Black Lives Matter at all, not one iota.
I said if they did, they were concentrating on the right things every time, then I could support them.
But they're not supporting, so if there's a crooked letter.
I know. I'm saying I don't support them because they don't.
Do we agree that racism still exists, though, in this country?
Let me ask you this first. Do you believe that there's something good about Black Lives Matter?
Yes.
What's good about them?
I think it's good
Now,
bringing attention
what's good about them?
to instances where there is injustice.
Where?
Wherever they're happening.
So would a good organization chant, what do we want, dead cops? When do we want it now?
Yeah, that
They
shouldn't-
want pigs in the blanket,
Right.
fry them like bacon?
Yep.
Would a good organization do something like that?
I don't agree with that type of
So would a good
rhetoric.
organization do something like that?
Well, you need to separate the people from the organization.
If there were no people, there would be no organization, so you can't separate them.
But there might be
Would good people do something like that?
Good people should not be wishing anybody harm.
Would good people do something like that?
No.
Thank you. And what do you say?
I say if there's a
Would
group,
good people do something
if there's
like
a,
that?
No, but
And do you think Black Lives Matter is a good organization?
I said no already.
So
I just
then
said
why
if.
are you trying to get
If
them
you're
in
listening
the
closely to
way out?
what I'm saying if they supported things that were right, then I could support them
But
for
they
that.
don't, though.
That's right. That's what I'm
So
saying.
why do
I
it
do
if?
not support it. I'm saying what an organization should be. I'm just saying what an
So
organization
the answer should be no, I don't support them at all.
I already said that. I said that
Not
at the
if.
beginning. I
Deal
said
with
that.
reality.
I said that.
You wanted to say something?
Well, I was just saying that there might be people that have attached themselves to the organization that are getting the press for saying things like the only good cop is a dead cop and all that, fry 'em like bacon and all that stuff, but that may not be what the founders of the organization had intended.
No, you're wrong. That's pipe dreaming. That's what that called.
Am I hallucinating?
Uh-huh.
I hate it when I do that, but I think that they started for a good reason because
No, they
we were
didn't.
seeing a
What was the
lot of
good
these.
reason?
We were seeing unarmed black people getting shot and killed by
And what
police
were they doing?
officers. Excuse me?
What were those black people doing that
Well,
caused
not-
them to get shot?
Some of them may have been at the wrong
Not
place
may
at the
have.
wrong time.
Jamie, they
Wrong
started.
place.
And some of
They
some of
started
them-
with a lie.
Some of them have been, we're doing something, doing a minor
Who was
criminal
at the wrong
offense.
place at the wrong time?
Well, apparently those dead people. But I'll give you that they were
They started
probably
on
They were
starting
thugs.
committing a crime when
They
it
were thugs.
happened.
They were thugs.
But they didn't end up. They didn't deserve to end up dead.
It had not they overreacted to the cop, gave the cop lip service, or fought with the cops, would they be dead?
We don't know that
Yes, you
because
do.
people are afraid
Had
of the
not
police
they
now.
acted that way, would they be dead today?
I would hope not. And I believe that the majority of the police officers are good people and that they want to serve the community and they want to protect people, and they do have to make split decisions where they feel that their life might be in danger. However, there are a few of them that we've seen it on video that
You
they
have not
make
seen that.
bad decisions.
You have not seen that. That's
Well,
not true.
That's well.
That's not true.
I know it's true because
It's not true.
Rachel Maddow told me
That's
so.
why
No,
she lost
I
her
wanna-
job
I-
too. These are my friends, by the way, folks. I'm nothing like them. Are black people better off today or worse off under Barack Obama?
The blacks are a lot worse off now than they ever have been. And a lot of people don't even know that the economy is the worst it's ever been. Hasn't had 2% GDP growth. I mean, more than 2%. And he's going to be the first president in our lifetime that has not reached 2% GDP.
Are black
So-
people better off today or worse off under Barack?
Well, what I'm seeing, and I'm not going to say it has anything to do with Barack Obama.
Of course not.
But
Why not?
I think that they probably
He's a
are
savior.
in a worse position now from what I've been
In the
seeing.
middle class too, right?
You are a Christian,
I am.
a liberal Christian.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah. What is a man?
A man is somebody that takes care of his family, helps raise the children, is a moral authority, and
What does that mean, moral
he-
authority?
somebody that knows right from wrong. That's not to say that women are not moral authorities too. For instance, I'm the head of my wife and she's the head of me. We're in the marriage together. Does that make any sense?
No. And
They're two heads.
and so, are you a man?
I am.
You're a man.
Yes.
Are real men liberals?
A real man can be, you know, a liberal or a conservative or neither, or a libertarian. Or
How is it possible for a real man to be a liberal?
it's very possible, depending on what the man believes and wants for himself and for the, you know, for the community.
Do you think like a man or like a woman?
I think like this man.
No, do you think like a man or like a woman?
I think like a man.
Is there any difference between the way you think and the way your wife thinks?
I'm sure there are differences. And
Do you
women,
and your wife think alike?
most of the time we probably do.
Most of the time?
Mm-hmm.
Do you and your wife think alike?
No.
Is there a difference between the way men think and the way women think?
Definitely different.
There is a difference?
Sure.
What is the difference?
She will see things, the emotional parts of things, and then I have more of the logical, this is why we're doing it, and runs
AC
in
and
the correct
Jesse,
way.
are you not in touch with your sensitive side? You need to have a side that feels the, and be able to understand where other people are coming from.
Are you in touch with your sensitive side?
I am in touch.
And what does that feel like?
Well, it allows me the ability to put myself in somebody else's shoes.
Well,
it doesn't mean I'm going to think just like them, but at least I try to at least, you know, understand them.
So, do your wife know you are in touch with the sensitive side? Is she aware of that?
Yes, I think that's one of the reasons why she loves me, among the countless millions of other ways.
What do you what do you do with your man side, your logical side, when you become this woman?
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I don't think that I become. That's a bad question, Your Honor. That's I think that you don't lose your manhood by being sensitive. I believe that men should be able to express their feelings and to understand feelings and so forth.
Why do you believe that?
Because it makes you a more complete person.
Do you believe racism exists?
To me, I don't believe there's a race in a sense.
Does racism exist?
No. So racism does not exist.
So this whole thing about racist and calling white people racist is a made-up lie?
Brainwashed us to think that there's a race. There's a human race.
No, I'm not asking you if there's a
What?
race. For 50 to 60 years, we've been told that white people are racist, and black people believe in that, and now you have Hispanics and others calling white people racist. My question to you, is there such a thing as racist?
Not in my mind.
Do you believe racism exists?
Yes.
And
Well, why is the
confusion.
KKK still around?
are you saying the KKK is a racist group?
Yes.
Where's your proof to that?
Well, just, I mean, it's pretty much in their ideology. I mean, you just go online and look at their mission statement.
And what do
if
they say?
have one.
What do they say?
They say white people are better.
And how's that racist?
Well, if you hold another race to be inferior, I think that's my definition anyway. Maybe I'm confused.
You think that all races are the same as far as one smarter than the other, or one?
No, I think we are all citizens of the world and we're all children of God. And we need to, hopefully, people need to understand that sometime and
Does
live
the
as
Bible-
one race.
does
Let
the
me ask you
Bible
this,
say
in
that everyone's-
Africa,
Go ahead.
black people enslaved other blacks. There were the rich who thought that they were better than the poor. They thought that the poor were inferior to them, black on black. And that racism.
That's just, as far as the blacks selling other blacks, that's
No,
just
they thought
profit.
that blacks was inferior to them. The other blacks thought that the lower class were. Is that racism?
I don't think that's racism.
You do not think that's racism?
Correct.
But you just said the KKK thinking that way is racism.
Well, that is based on economics. That's not based on.
So it's not racism
That's
then?
not based on skin color.
So KKK is not racist then?
They are racist.
Where's the proof?
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, there's different
So
colors.
you don't have any. I want you to know that racism does not exist, never has. It's just an illusion of a lie that the race hustlers made up to intimidate white folks and control the minds of black people. It doesn't exist, never has.
Well,
If
we're
come to
going
the
to have
understanding,
to
maybe we'll
agree to
get
disagree
somewhere.
on that point.
If we could all get people to understand that, we might get somewhere.
Well, and why do you say it doesn't exist? Racism again? I'm sorry.
Because there's only one race, and we're talking about the ethnic
What's the one
differences.
race?
The human race.
Oh.
It's a human race. There's
But we
no
do
other
have the
kind of race
blacks,
there.
we have the whites, we have the Hispanics, we
And
have
it's-
different cultures and
It-
colors.
That's different culture, different ethnicities or whatever, but if you really get down to it, if we truly believe in the Bible that we all came from Adam and Eve, then we're all human.
And I like
and
that.
that's it.
And we are, you know, people have different pigmentation, come from different parts of the world. Humans have created race to where there shouldn't have ever been one. So I agree with you about that.
Let me ask you this.
You know,
God said that
things
our
are different
battle is a
colors.
spiritual battle, warfare between good and evil, right versus wrong. And that's what the battle is all about. It has nothing to do with the physical at all. Do you accept that?
I accept that there is a spiritual battle
So if you accept that, why would you accept this illusion of racism?
because race, as defined by humans throughout history, we do see instances where people are either killing or dismissing or just basing their race as a superior race to another one.
That doesn't make it racist. Have you ever been angry at anyone?
Yeah, I'm sure that I got angry a lot when I was younger. I try not to have any anger in
And
my...
did you do it because of the color?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's all going on with black people, with white folks. They're just angry at them, misplaced anger. They're angry at their failing parents. And instead of forgiving them, they've been told that it's the white man. And so they just transfer their anger onto you based on your color. And in that fallen state of anger, they believe a lie. Would Jesus vote for Hillary or Trump? Which would Jesus vote for?
Assuming that he would vote, which he wouldn't because his kingdom was not of this world. But if his ministry points to siding with the Democrats, if you look at everything he did, caring for the poor and the people that are the worst off in society, he was looking after them and healing them and attending to them when nobody else did.
So you say Jesus would vote for Hillary?
He certainly would.
He would vote for a liar?
If he had to make the choice, he would go with the Democratic Party.
So Jesus would support a party that believes in abortion at any point, all the way up to the 9th month. He would vote
No, he
for a
wouldn't like
party
that.
that support transgender people who are confused about if they're a man or a woman, or same-sex marriage, addicting blacks to the Democratic Party. Jesus would vote for all that.
Well, who does God leave out? Who would he?
No.
exclude?
Jesus would vote for all that.
No, he would
And you're a
not
Christian,
support
right?
abortion. I don't support abortion.
You're
by
a
the
Christian,
way.
right?
I am a Christian.
And Jesus would vote for all that.
He would vote for the person that will do the most good for the most people. I think Jesus is with anybody that has good in their heart and wants to help their fellow men and women become their best selves.
And that's not the Democratic Party.
Doesn't it seem like Hillary's trying to help herself?
Let me ask you, would
thinks she's
Jesus
to some
vote
degree.
for Trump or Hillary?
Definitely, absolutely, will never vote for Hillary Clinton. I know that for sure.
Would he vote for Trump?
Now, I don't know. I believe that he would. If there's a choice between the two, he would vote for Trump. One thing
And why?
Why? Because the things that we stand for, especially like you're talking about abortion. Jesus is about life.
You support abortion?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Need some water?
Lost my voice.
No, you up here lying. Calling yourself a Christian and saying Jesus will vote for Hillary, and now he's choking you.
Yeah. I do not support abortion. I don't think most Democrats do. They
When
support
you
the
vote
choice.
for Hillary, you're
Wait,
supporting
are we
abortion.
recording right
Drink
now?
your,
Should he drink
yeah,
up
drink
and
your
then
water
just-
first. Yeah.